After picking up my mom from work, we decided to go to this park, and it has a little lake, and there was this family feeding the ducks, and you know, the little hungry little ducks will come there and eat up all the bread. Nobody's here. So, yeah, they decided to eat up all the bread and what's not. So, you know, my son, he's like a little scary little nigga, like he's afraid of everything. So, you know, I asked him, hey, you know, there's a bunch of ducks over there. Would you like to go see the ducks? And he's like, yeah, okay. So I'm like, oh, let's go. Yeah, so the ducks are all swimming and eating up the little bread and what's not. And it was beautiful. So I got my video camera out and I'm capturing the moment. It was so just beautiful and peaceful and serene. And then one of the ducks got out of the water. Shit. I am so happy I was filming because this nigga spazzed out and I got it on tape and I just died. He was like, hold me, mommy, tighter. Hold me tighter, mommy. And I'm just like, nigga, they're dogs. They're like this little, like, but. So I get home and I decided to share the video with my other kids that weren't there. And so we're just dying. That shit is fucking hilarious. And, you know, I put it on YouTube. So as I'm scrolling through like all the videos I've uploaded, I find this video that I recorded November 2011. Yeah, I'm an asshole. Like, I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm a fucking asshole sometimes. Like, I shouted out Newport Hundreds because it was November. And, they sent me a Christmas card. Now that I think of it, that was very kind of them, you know, even though you're killing me, but you know what I mean? That was very kind of them because that was like my first and only Christmas card for that year, November 2011. Yeah, I'm an ass. It's okay though. Okay, what else after that? Oh, guess what? I shot my first gun the other day. It was freaking awesome. I had a blast. Like, I took the kids with me and my homegirl, and I've been wanting to do it since I found out like it was like right around the corner. I've been wanting to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I actually went and I did it, and I felt so badass leaving that bitch. I'm like, yo, son, I'm gangsta. And it was cool. Like, I didn't know nothing about gun. Like, I know how to hold it because I held war guns before, if that's pow, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was this guy that was next to me, and he was like, I got the gun, right? Like, I got the gun from the guy, so you know, you gotta go in the back and freaking, you know, do all that shit. So now I'm holding the gun like this. So this nigga's like, can you please point your gun down? You're making me nervous. And I'm like, oh, okay, my bad. So now when I get there, he obviously sees that I have no freaking idea what I'm doing. And I guess he was like nervous for his life, wanted to go home to back to his wife and kids at the end of this shit. So he was like, yeah, let me teach you a few things. And you know, shout out, like, for real, because it was very informative. I learned a lot. You know, he was very patient with me. And, you know, I learned something. He got his point across. Like, you know, when I was returning it back to the man, I promise you I wasn't holding it like this no more. You know, I took the clip out and I just, hey, it's empty. You know what I mean? Like, don't be, like, because I was walking through it like this and people were backing the fuck up. That shit was hilarious. But I didn't realize it. You know what I mean? Because when you hold that water gun, you be like, hey there, nigga, you know? So, yeah, I suck. But it's okay. Yeah, definitely, I'm going back. I'm definitely going back, and I'm getting a bigger fucking gun. Like, there was a lady next to me, and she was like, boom! And I'm like, ooh, I want that. I want that. So, I'm gonna get that next time. Because I told that nigga, I said, I'm a beginner. Let me get the little itty bitty gun. So, but before that, because I told you I'm in school and what's not, and I got this visual art class that I kind of fucking hate because she acts too much and, you know, freaking too many damn reports and projects and this and that and that and this and that. So I kind of hate it. You know what I mean? Even though I'm like fucking passing it. Like, I don't think I even got like a 99. Like, everything is 100, 100, 100. So I'm doing good. I just don't give a shit about it. Therefore, I don't like it. But that changed this week. So I got this project where I got to go to the museum and what's not. So I decided to go to art gallery with my daughter and, view art. And I just got to talk to the artists and what's not. And I mean, it was eye opening. And once your eyes are open, you can appreciate things. And I'm not lying. Like that lady, I mean, she sculpts, she paints. We saw, digital photography. It was kind of funny, right? Because we saw this digital photograph, and Jennifer was like, "Mommy, this is not art. This is just a picture, but it's art." And I told her that because I'm now enlightened than a motherfucker. So I got to share that with her and open her little baby eyes as my eyes were opened. And yeah. I like it now. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. And I love taking pictures anyway. I've always loved capturing the moments, as I call it. And I got the project where I got to draw a Van Gogh Starry Night, and I just can't wait to actually see what I create with my hands. Like, I don't consider myself a creative person. Like, that creativity thing, I could try, but I never saw myself as that. But I just, after talking to her, after just wandering around and getting lost in other people's artworks, I can't see I can't wait to see what I come up with. Like, I'm excited. Okay. So after that, I'm just like laying back at the end of the night and I'm just like taking it all in. Nobody's here. And, I'm just like, yo, son, let's run with this shit. And I'm like, let's like me and myself, because, me and myself conversate sometimes. So I'm just like with me and myself, I'm like, let's start living out the box. Let's start living out of our comfort zone, Let's try something new, So, yeah, I had wrote a little status about that shit on Facebook, and a girl asked me, she's like, "So are you making a bucket list?" And I'm like, "A bucket list?" Like, I heard of the movie and shit, so I'm like, "Nah, nigga, I ain't dying." But then, do you know when you go die? Like, you don't. So I guess it is kind of my bucket list, you know what I mean? Certain things that I want to do while I have the chance to do it, like, So far on the list, I got the gun thing, I got the art museum thing, found a new love for alts. And what else is on my list? Oh, okay. So what's on my list is I want to ride a horse. And I know I probably rode one before, like a little pony or what's not, because, on the class field trips, they let you go, I think around October or November, Halloween or Thanksgiving, they bring you to the pumpkin patch. And I swear to God, I think I saw a horsey and I think I got on top of him. I just don't remember. So this time I want to be sure that I rode something with four legs. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the kids along because I want to share all my news with their news and we could just be new. So that's how we going to do that. And I want to go fishing because, I'm like a Cancer and I'm like one with nature and the ocean and the water and the sea and the everything. So I want to do that. Like all that other, nature stuff. Like, that's kind of cool. Like I never did it before.